how does it affect our everyday life, like health, work? My house is already made. I want to change the energy of my house. Do I need to call a contractor or a carpenter to change the house energy? Which decor elements you should implement in your house that make it a better place to live in? Welcome to the Woven Loft Masterclass. This is Niyati of Woven Loft by Quilt Avenue. Today we have Astroarchitect Anshu and Ankur. Together they have created a new science where they get the horoscope of your home and balance the energy. Anshu is a tarot reader and an astrologer. Ankur is a certified life coach. Together they have worked on hundreds of homes and created a positive impact, including mine. What is house energy and how it affects our everyday life?
Before we begin, let us understand that everything in this world is energy.
Correct.
That is scientifically proven. Now, you go into the nature, there's a certain energy over
Correct.
there. When you go to any places, every place has a different energy. House energy is what? House energy is basically now you have put four walls and you're calling that place your own.
Okay.
So there's a certain kind of energy that gets built within those four walls. That four walls shouldn't be a cage.
Correct.
It should be a place where you feel comfortable.
Happy.
It should be you feel happy, you feel peaceful.
Peaceful.
So it's just how the flow of energy within that space works.
Okay. And how does it affect our everyday life, like health, work?
Everything.
Every aspect of your life gets affected. Everything impacts you, right?
Correct.
Even the energy of the person sitting next to you impacts you. So if you're living and breathing in a space, definitely it will have deep impact on you, and slowly you will notice that all aspects of your life gets involved into those things. And if the house energy is positive, you will see a certain sense of acceptance, peacefulness in all aspects. And if it is negative, you will be restless through and through, no matter which area of life you're going, you're being part of.
Okay, so we know about house energy and what it makes us feel.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to know that my house is already made and I want to change the energy of my house. Do I need to call a contractor or a carpenter to change the house energy?
No, it's not necessary because there are two aspects to it. Now, if you take the traditional science, that is Vastu, which is so prevalent in India. Now, traditional science, the house used to be made from ground up.
Okay.
Okay, so
And it was made keeping in mind those eras,
Yeah.
how the house was made. East was important because we needed sunlight. That was the only source of light.
Correct.
Right, how the air flew, from northwest direction. So keeping all the natural elements in mind, the house was made.
I think that's why they were the most happiest that time.
absolutely,
But,
yeah.
yeah.
Because and it's a beautiful practical science, Vastu. Like they used to check the quality of the soil also, like
Correct.
how good the soil is for a structure to stand strong.
Okay.
And that's why, because people used to follow Vastu, you see so many of our ancient temples, they are standing after like thousands of years, even after going, surviving earthquakes and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's a very beautiful practical science. But now when it comes to our modern
Correct.
era, like when we are living in high rises, where the house is already made. Now, what we practice, the science called astroarchitecture. Now, it came about because there was this one particular question that
Kept lingering on.
our mom Neeta Sinha and her guru, they were researching on, which is that in a high-rise building, if all the vastu of all the flats is the same, then everyone should be getting the same result, right?
Yeah.
If you are peaceful, the
Correct.
neighbor below, the neighbor above should also feel peace.
Yes.
But
That
what
wasn't
is
the
it?
case.
But what is it that it's making the energy change
Okay.
for different layouts?
Okay.
And that is when they came to know that it's not only the vastu but also the name of the person, what kind of profession they are in, how many people are staying in the
See,
house.
energy interacts with energy.
Yeah.
So your energy needs to be
It's about the people in the
yes.
house.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
your
That's the
energy
main
needs to
thing.
be in sync with the energy of the house. Then only it will be prosperous for you.
Okay.
If it's not in sync, then
Okay. So this is my house. Now, what about office spaces and rental
same
spaces?
concept. Same concept.
Okay. So we've learned about house energy and how it affects our everyday life. We don't need to do any carpenter, contractor. We can
No.
just change the energy in a house, whether
Yeah.
it be rented space, office space, or home environment.
Yes.
And I think
Just
you know-
simple elements here and there can bring about a lot of changes in the house.
Thank you.
There's no structural changes required, honestly. Like just doing a few, like there are few elements that we use to really shift energies. Like you have plants, mirrors, colors, these kind of things. But yeah, you should know which
Which
area
there's
you
a
need to
science
place it.
behind it,
There's
yeah.
a science behind it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So now we've spoken about that. Now what about decor? I want to know about decor. Which decor elements you should implement in your house that make it a better place to live in?
See, first of all, the most basic thing you need to focus on are the 5 natural elements. That is your fire. That's why we say ki light up a diya in the house, light candles, because fire element is purifying. So
Yes.
you need fire element. You need air element. What is air element? Clean air should come in. You know, there should be passage of air, fresh
Open
air.
windows.
Circulation,
Yeah,
basically.
circulation of air, certain aroma, good aroma in air. It should not be a stingy air, right?
Correct.
So good aroma in air. So keeping that in mind, then it is your earth element. Now, when we talk about earth elements, then wood,
Correct.
right? Your fabrics, natural fabrics.
Clay,
Clay.
terracotta.
Yeah.
So all these things becomes part of your earth element.
Correct.
Then it is water energy. So having water fountains or some water movement somewhere, all those things are important. And then ether. Ether is your consciousness. So working on your own self.
Okay.
Right? So all these 5 elements when you bring into a house, naturally the vibration of the house becomes more positive and stronger.
Correct.
Just to give you
Yes.
an example in this, like when you go for retreats and all, when you go to all these expensive,
There's a calm, serene environment.
calm, serene environment, what are the material they are using? You will see that they are using all natural material as
Yeah.
much as possible.
Yeah, stones. And,
Yeah,
Yes.
and when you go over there, you like the environment only is such that you feel so, oh wow,
I think
relaxation.
there's peace, there's plants, there's
Exactly.
good air,
Yes.
Yeah.
and good structure. I think there's
Yeah.
more organic.
Minimalistic.
structure.
Minimalistic, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the way. So let's talk about the most underrated decor. That is plants. I know you've done. We've got money plants in my house and everything, and it's changed life. But let's talk and explain people that plants are just not air purifiers and decor.
Yeah.
They are energy shifters.
Yeah.
And can you tell us about it?
So scientifically,
Yeah.
speaking, plants have the ability to reduce the cortisol hormone in your body. It's scientifically proven.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? It's the stress hormone. So
Correct.
the moment the stress hormone is less, automatically you start feeling more positive and more grounded. Beyond that, when you look at nature or look at green, the color green, it's very soothing, it's very calming. When you take care of plants, it takes care of your emotional health as well.
Correct.
So there's so many things attached to it. Plus, a plant is a living being staying in one place. So it's constantly releasing energy in one place,
Yes.
which affects the overall prana, of the place, wherever it is. So, earlier the concept was when you go out in the nature, you have a look at the plants. But more and more, if you'll notice, people have started bringing in plants in their house as well.
Correct.
Even if they don't have a balcony, doesn't matter. Some corner, they'll have it as a green corner.
Correct.
Right? So it is because they have understood that we're bringing in green and any plant, we don't believe in the concept that plants can be lucky or unlucky.
Yeah.
Green plants is nature,
Yes.
and nature can never be unlucky for you.
Correct. Okay. So we have.
But yeah, there are
Certain
some
yes,
plants.
That's what yes.
Yes.
There are different plants, creeping plants,
Mm.
hanging plants,
Yeah.
potted plants.
Yes.
How do you know which plant to take to your home?
So basically, any plant is good. Any healthy green plant is good. You can have as many creepers, potted plants, or standalone plants, whatever suits your taste. You can have those. Just try to avoid any milk oozing plants if possible,
Okay.
and keep less of cactus variety.
Okay.
1 or 2 is fine, but not more than that.
and one needs to be careful about one particular plant, which is, like there's a lot of belief around that plant, that is money plant.
Okay.
That is one plant that has the ability to either enhance the energy or reduce the energy. So one needs to know where they are placing it in the house.
Okay.
It can't be just bought in and placed next to a person ki will get more money. It
Yes,
does not
we've
work
done
there.
it in my house.
Yeah.
It's in next to a cabinet, and we've strategically placed it in
Correct.
this.
Absolutely.
After all the measurement and everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we did that.
Yeah.
This is such a powerful reminder that whether it's an urban jungle or it's a small plant in your home, that plant is acting as a small, quiet guardian angel
Absolutely.
in your mental well-being of your house.
Keep a plant, but with a moss stick, so the money plant is growing up.
Correct.
That is because, according to whether we want the energy to be enhanced or we want the energy to be reduced because of that. And that one particular plant, money plant, is one thing that one needs to be careful about. It shouldn't be like you have filled your house with money plants, so it will be a lot more money. No. You need to know which sectors there are positive and negative sectors in the house.
So we've learned about house energy and how it affects our daily lives. We've spoken about how we can make things, shift things around and make the house a better place and
Yeah.
peaceful. Thank you for teaching us to listen to our house and
Yeah.
not just design it.
Yeah.
And energy is not abstract. It's something that is felt, and it's the rooted crux of our life. And thank you for teaching us all of this. Thank you.
Thank you.